Here we go.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thanks for coming to watch us hang out on the internet and talk. Look at you with your volume on.
Turn your volume down, everybody. Our viewers, turn your volume down.
Yeah. You too.
We're our only viewers.
So, what'd you guys do with your Sunday?
Who's going first?
You can answer the question.
This is
It
riveting.
sounds like we can't hear Adam or Tabatha.
What?
I
I
can
can
only-
hear them both.
I can only hear him through the live stream.
Oh, really?
You can't hear us?
Lauren, can
Hello?
you hear us through
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you guys.
We were just fine.
That's probably my speaker.
Probably. Everything's fine until I hit the go live button.
Yeah, everything was fine. What the heck?
Like,
I can hear Lauren just fine.
that is super
Check
weird.
your Behringer.
Why you gotta be a jerk? Gosh.
I'm just hearing them like 20 seconds later, and I'm like, I don't know what to
Oh,
respond
shut
to. Lauren, currently?
Gosh.
Adam, you look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm glad that you can see.
Oh yeah, look at
Me.
you. Snazzy.
Snazzy,
Is there a
yes.
snazzy?
I look very snazzy. It's Sunday. I wanted to dress in my Sunday best. Meaning, it's the first time since Tuesday I've been wearing clothes. That's just the truth. My 4-year-old just refuses to get dressed every day. She's like,
Every
"Come on,
day
let's
is
go get dressed."
pajama
No, it's
day.
pajama day. And she's acclimating extremely well to this quarantining.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, let's go for a walk. Nah,
No, that's what I was inside.
nah.
Can Chris hear us yet, or is he just responding to Lauren?
Maybe he's just acting natural. Chris, can you hear them yet?
I cannot hear them at all. Should I back out and come back in?
I mean, I guess, man. Hold on a second. Hold on, don't back out yet. Hold on. Let me see something.
To our viewers.
All right, there
stay
we go.
tuned.
Hi. Go ahead, Chris. You can back out now. Everybody's just looking at me. Excuse me. Oh shit. Oh my god. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. That's really funny. Yeah, so
So the whole beginning half of our show is our technical difficulties.
we were, for the last 20 minutes, everything was great. And then as soon as I hit transfer over to live, Chris all of a sudden can't hear Tabatha.
We're losing
and me.
viewers.
Oh, we're losing viewers. That's because it's only on me. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Maybe Chris is just, it's going to look all funky now because Lauren's split
God.
between Chris and Lauren. And goodness.
Oh, hey, Adam.
Hi.
Hey, can you hear us?
Hey, guys. How are you?
All right, we're back.
You back. Oh, I missed you so much.
Oh, good.
All right,
Good.
let's
You can.
get this show going.
Oh, there we go.
Oh goodness. All right. Because I can hear both of them,
I can hear you guys.
and I can hear me.
I can hear you.
Can you hear you?
I hear me.
Wow.
All
I
right.
think we're good. Wow.
Let's
We
do
are
this
good.
again.
Let's do this again. Hi everybody.
Take two.
Sorry you've been watching. That's our take. So anyways, yeah, I wanted to dress my Sunday best. Put clothes on. Arya's all about the jammas. I haven't really done much else though. You, on the other hand, share what you spent your Sunday doing. I'm proud of you for today.
Well, thank you. First of all, that's very nice. I ripped out a bush in the backyard. Feel really good about that. I've been looking at those bushes since we moved in, and I'm like, oh, I want to get them out of here. And I ripped one out last summer with you guys, and I ripped one out today, and I'm gonna take out the last two.
Sure did rip out a
soon.
bush.
And we had a little bonfire, Arya and I, and that was good. We all cleaned our cars out this morning. Now my car won't start.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Just won't start. So that sucks. But yeah, so that was my Sunday.
It just sounds a little weird. I wanted to make sure.
How was your guys' Sunday?
Good. Homework, and went to go visit Adam, and he gave me a wonderful present. Yeah, really nice.
It's a Lona.
It's a loner. I got a really nice loner
It's a
computer.
Lona, but it is
Distances
nice.
were
Is that what it's
kept.
called?
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we did. We like I didn't. I put it in his back seat for him.
Like right.
I put it in his back seat for him, and then when we sat there talked for 15 minutes, and I was a solid 6 feet away from the car
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
on purpose. But it's okay because it was nice. I saw your eyes. You know, you saw mine.
Yeah. Weird to have a in-person interaction.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah.
for you, I probably yeah. I mean, I see Tabitha and Arya every day, but yeah, it's got to be a little weird. Hey, does that guy that lives in your building is he still leaving his trash outside?
No.
Oh, good. Like
No,
quarantine
not.
kind of cleaned up his shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, right. You would think it would get worse. Like instead of one bag, like
Yeah.
maybe 3. Yeah. No. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that's very fortunate.
Yeah. So you watched a few more episodes of Tiger King, huh?
Yes, actually, I did. I did very much watch episode 3 and 4. I don't think I
You're
watched
on
5.
Yeah, you're on 5.
Let me pull up my Netflix because it's straight up like I was
good,
just
because
watching
we didn't
it.
hear what Lauren did with her Sunday.
Okay, yeah, Lauren, go ahead, please. What did you do with your Sunday?
Oh, unless you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it was like personal, private. Just like I'll fuck her right off. No problem.
No, it's fine. I accidentally slept in p.m. and I was
Jealous.
really disappointed.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know, and it was a really nice day.
Yeah.
And it's just like I have the ability to sleep for very long amounts of time, no matter what. It's just both a gift and a curse. And
Sure.
so I got up and I was mad. But then I made spaghetti
Oh, and that
for
made everyone happy.
for dinner, and that was really good. Went on a spontaneous search for Nintendo Switch because we were like, okay, let's buy one. Like we'll use it. Let's split it. We could not find one. We went to Target, and then we started calling. We're like, we might as well start calling. And Walmart, Target doesn't have it. It was like 6 o'clock, so we couldn't really go anywhere else. But sounds like they're pretty much out of stores at the moment. So we're
What do
probably
you?
gonna have to order.
I'm sorry, I missed what you were looking for.
A Switch.
A Switch, a
Switch.
Nintendo,
Nintendo
Switch.
Switch.
I see. I'm sorry. Yep. Go ahead. All caught up. That's unfortunate that you really can't find one. However, I did hear that because of that game Animal Crossing, the Switches are actually kind of like in short supply at the moment.
I thought Animal Crossing was like a new game. Is it not a new game?
I think it's a new game, but it's like only for the Switch. So everybody went out to buy a Switch to play this game, especially because, oh shit, quarantine.
Yeah, I suppose. So
Antonio was like, first toilet paper and now Nintendo Switches.
Just give me something to wipe my ass with.
Weird.
It is weird. Arya's been asking lately a little bit more so about being able to go and do stuff and like go places, and I don't know, there's only so much a 4-year-old can comprehend in this situation. I mean, she's like, but you're not sick. I'm not sick. I feel better. She's like, I feel better. It's like, I know, honey. We feel fine. That's good. But we gotta make sure we stay good. So, oh, she's still doing all right. She doesn't want to put on any clothes. She's totally fine wearing. She don't even want to put on pants most days. Like,
nope.
I think pants are a little forced.
Yep. Yeah.
So, no.
She's just like it's fine. Like she lives here, you know. Like this is her house, but at the same time, it's just like make yourself at home, I guess. You know. It's just I don't know. That's just me, I guess. That's just me. You know, walking around in your underwear and shit, spilling milk all over the place, and just like picking Cheeto dust off your belly and shit. It's just like, dude, like other people live here. But it's fine.
I'm over here with Cheeto dust. I don't know what he's talking about.
No, it's going okay. It's going good. No, today was good. Y'all were outside a lot.
Yeah, that was good. I'm
I
glad
got a
to get
solid
some-
hour and a half of video gaming in, so that was neat. That was neat. So cool thing about Steam games, if you have a computer, if you have another computer within the house, you can stream play a game. So on my computer downstairs is where like my gaming computer, I have my games installed on this computer down here. Upstairs on my laptop, which would not be able to run these games, I can stream play it via my internet from my computer to my laptop, and I can play it from my laptop in the living room on the couch.
Really?
Yeah,
So
it's really neat.
It's just taking all the processes and the thinking elsewhere and just displays it.
That's all it is, basically. It's like I'm wirelessly mousing and keyboarding to the computer, and it's wirelessly sending me the game info through my internet, but that's it. It's super neat.
That's super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tiger King.
Right?
Yes. Okay. So episode 3 was a lot about no, episode 4 is the one I'm thinking about. That was the one a lot about Carol Baskin and their lawsuits and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
and that's really what episode 4 was about.
Yeah.
And yesterday, I had just watched episode 1 and 2, I think halfway through 2. And I had a very, very, narrow, skewed perception of what Joe Exotic was, what Carol Baskin was, what Doc Antle. I was going to say
I was
Alton.
going to say McStuffins.
I thought it was McStuffins. Doc, and I have to hold myself back like, don't say it.
Doc Antle?
Yeah.
Okay, so Doc, yeah, so the 3 people they're talking about, right? And it's kind of crazy seeing all that. And it's just like, oh, you're all fucking skeezy in your own different ways.
Yeah.
None of you are right, and none of you are good in this situation.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But you're right. You guys are absolutely right. Like, shit ain't even happened yet.
It's like one, what's the word I'm looking for? Train wreck after another.
One after the other.
After
Yes.
the other. After the other.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
those are that's just the highlight reel. I keep telling myself, like, that's
Right.
like,
Mm-hmm.
think of all like the little shit,
Right. Yeah.
day in and day out,
Yeah.
like messed up.
Right. Every single day. And so it's so crazy to me that they got all of that on camera. It's all audio recorded. Like, everything is.
Can you imagine if Bennett being the camera guy during that whole thing, like the documentarian during that? Like, he thought he was just going into, do some stuff about some snakes.
Right.
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 That's what he thought. And no. Then he meets Joe Exotic.
So let's talk about the fire.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was totally set by Joe. He's guilty.
think
By
so?
Joe, right? I mean,
By Joe.
because
yes.
he has knowledge and know-how and a track record of purchasing those high, explosives and shit like that. And yeah, of course it would make sense. And then that thing with the lawyer. The thing with the
Yeah,
lawyer.
thing with the lawyer.
Oh, they haven't backed any of it up yet? You know what I'm saying, Joe, right? Oh, dude, the thing with the lawyer.
Mhm.
And again, we only saw a little snippet of that whole conversation.
Yeah,
Yes.
they didn't show the whole kind of. They obviously cleared some things out of there.
They did. There was
But the
some
only thing
knowledgeable
that-
editing.
The only thing that kind of like made me think otherwise as Joe is like, would he really have done that to his animals? Oh, I don't know. Who knows?
Yes, I
It's like-
absolutely think Joe would have done that to his animals because he wanted to blame it on the people who were all like, save the whales. And he was like, oh, look, they're so fucking crazy. They ended up killing 8-9 alligators in the process because they wanted to get at me.
Like, there's one
it's
thing
perfect.
and I'm no whatever. I don't hunt animals or anything, but like, I would imagine that shooting an animal maybe is faster and easier as a person than watching them boil alive.
I don't think killing the animals was the purpose of the fire.
No, but they were part of it. Like that was part of what was going to happen. Like he knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it's like, as a person, can you like shooting an animal like that's fast for them. You're not putting them through misery.
Sure.
But to know that you're going to make them boil alive, like
good point, Lauren. What's your take?
Well, that's a good point because like do I think that Joe Exotic was like capable of committing that crime? Yes, but when you bring up the animal part, like now it's do I think he's capable of doing that to his animals? And he's so narcissistic. So it's kind of like he could be that mentally ill to like be able to justify it. Like he's sacrificing them for the greater good.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
You know, they're aiding in the cause and the right cause, and the cause is him, his well-being, which is very prevalent in all other aspects.
Yeah.
So like
The whole purpose behind it was to destroy the footage. Because,
right.
Because
but Tabitha's right. Like you knew that was part of the equation.
Right. I mean, he could have just as easily snuck the alligators out, moved the actual animals, and just burned the entire thing.
But that would have been very like, okay, why were the alligators moved out prior to this fire being set?
Sure.
And the same reason why he didn't shoot them before then, because they're going to find burnt up alligators with bullet holes in their head.
That's true too.
Like, who killed these alligators before, like, you know what I'm saying? Then people would have heard 8-9 gunshots going off.
That's true too.
Right. Throughout this whole thing, at first I was like, all right, I'm kind of on Joe's side a little bit, like out of all the people. And then as soon as he set that fire, I'm like, everyone's crooked. That's it. Like, they're all messed up.
But they blamed it on the reality TV show producer.
At first, yeah.
Well, that's who Joe was basically trying to pin it on, and that's why that's why dude had to leave. He grabbed his dog, left all of his shit, and just fled, which is also kind of weird. He grabbed his shit, he didn't even grab his shit. He grabbed his dog and fled.
I took that as like I interpreted it that was like him having a mental breakdown and
because like he said that was his retirement. That was his how long he's been working on it. Like yeah, I don't think that was
knowing that was that would have made money selling it to like the Travel Channel or some dumb shit.
Yeah,
Travel Channel would have bought that. That was some serious MO though to Joe setting it, and because that producer guy had reminded him that all of that footage, like he owned, not Joe. Joe didn't own that footage.
Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to get some sort of compensation?
I'm sure it was written in, but
yeah, there had to have been some sort of like you'll get a certain percentage of everything that this makes, or if it's bought. I don't know if that's how that shit works. Like if you do spend all this time filming all this stuff, like do you bring it to a television station and be like, hey, here's this show, I already have it made and edited, give me $20 million and you can have it, kind of thing. I don't know how that shit works.
Normally they shoot a pilot. Why would he dedicate all his life savings into producing this show? Unless he really believed in it and just said, hey, we're going to go all out on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. The whole thing seems crooked. I think you guys are right. I think Joe did it. He was out of town at a funeral that weekend, right?
Yeah, they never said whose funeral.
Oh, no. It's impolite to ask, right? I mean, the police probably asked him whose funeral. Maybe they looked into it.
But why weren't his husbands with him?
His husbands weren't with him. And at the same time, I don't really have much stock in the competence of their local police department.
No. They got to stick up their butt about Joe. So, like, they're not going to take calls seriously. I mean...
Oh, shit, your building burned down. Nobody died, so we're out of here.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like it's a similar thing to how Stephen Avery was in Making a Murderer with like the local cops. They just had something against him. So that always sets you up, in a difficult place to try and call on the cops. They're not going to be there for you.
Yeah.
He also ran for political office in a
Oh
few of those
yes,
episodes.
yes. I was going to.
That was
I
messed
was going to
up.
segue into that, but yeah, running for president in 2016. That's funny. The title of
Ran
that
for
episode.
governor.
He did. He ran for governor after announcing his presidency, and then he ran for governor of Oklahoma, and campaigned for that.
Mm-hmm.
During this whole time, one of his husbands, the tattooed one,
Which one?
They're both tattooed.
Yeah, they're both tattooed.
Oh, the one who's got his shirt off the whole time. John.
Yes.
That's well, okay. They both have their shirt off a lot. The one,
Yeah, but I know which one you're talking about. The one that's always in his
The
interview.
original one.
The original shirtless boy has a husband.
yeah.
That's John.
So he left Joe for the secretary. He knocked her up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who saw that coming?
I did not.
I
You
did
sound like you
not.
guys. I thought you were gay.
No. I had no idea.
I did not.
When I found out that they weren't gay, I was just like, that's a big thing to commit to. Is
Oh, I think my kid's yelling. Let me. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Todd.
for sure.
your moment.
I gotta grab another drink too.
Oh man.
Here it comes.
I can't.
Oh yeah,
And I
I
was like,
forgot.
oh, he's like,
I
oh shit, I'm worried about this.
No, that was his whole intention.
Oh.
That was the whole purpose.
We walk away, pajama pants.
This was all part of the plan.
Everybody at home laughed when he walked back. I
Oh, that's
forgot
good.
about that.
He's looking all nice from the bottom up, and then poor guy.
Yeah, that's my husband, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy with the choices I've made and the man that I've married. Is what I say to my therapist.
Oh, that's great.
Seriously though, Joe Exotic's ability to marry straight men.
Pretty
Impressive.
impressive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I struggled.
But those guys were like, no question.
I know.
Talking
Yeah.
that you struggled.
Like, just need
To
a
marry
certain
a
amount
straight
of
man. He's
money
not gay,
and
but
meth
gesturing to me.
and tigers.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they even said it, like, you know, they just had to keep Travis high enough with enough pot. But okay, like, I'm sorry. Pot, that's not going to get you gay enough to marry Joe Exotic.
I don't know, dude.
Like, let's be real. Ain't nobody
I
but
don't know how they
stoned.
did it.
But the
Meth,
same could
maybe.
be
Meth, maybe. I don't know. I've never tried that.
the same could be said for Doc Antle. Like, how does he convince all these young women to just like drop everything they're doing in life and come take care of his tigers 12 hours a day, 7 days a week? You know?
Okay,
But
but
the tigers are the
look
ticket.
at, and I'm not just, I'm sorry, I'm going to point at looks in this instance. Let's look at, not that, but let's look at Doc Antle and Joe Exotic. Like, if you had to choose one of them, like, before any of them open their mouth
Travis.
or anything, that's not who we're talking about.
Oh, sorry.
But, like, just
Carry
going
on.
off of looks, Doc Antle is at least somewhat normal looking.
Sure.
And to young women, that might not come off as creepy-ish. Like, as someone who was formerly a young woman,
Sure.
I would have looked at someone like Joe Exotic like, this dude's a perv.
Yeah.
He's a creeper. Get him the hell away from me.
Right.
But then, if I was like a naive young person, I would maybe have looked at Doc Antle.
Who
like,
had
"Look,
a
he's got
bunch of
tigers.
money and
He's
tigers
got a lot of tigers
and
and
a
money
full
and bears.
land.
Oh my!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the appeal, I think, of Doc Antle. I think in those girls' right minds, maybe
I don't
not
think
so
they were in their
much.
right mind. That's why.
Well, that's what I mean.
Or they
in their right
were,
mind.
Well,
and he was just that good. I mean, you lure her in with the tigers. That's kind of a theme, it seems, to be, because as we move forward in the progression of this ridiculous story we're being told, we meet another individual who comes to Joe's aid after he gets his ass handed to him by Carol.
Well, hold on. Let's back up even further.
Oh, we're backing up further.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to back
because
up.
we never talked about John and Travis.
John and Travis.
So well,
Is that where I left off?
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
where you left
I
off.
had to go parent, and then I came back, and now we're here.
We saw that.
we had a conversation about.
You're
We
welcome.
certainly saw that.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, yeah, Joe was able to land not one straight guy, but two straight guys.
Impressive.
Two things. So you met that guy that was like all of a sudden Joe's campaign coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I swear.
Did you LOL when he said, like, he was telling the story about how he became campaign coordinator?
working at the Walmart.
Yeah. I was a manager at the Walmart at the time.
Yeah.
And Joe had asked me to be his campaign manager, and I forget all the things he said, but I remember just like,
Joe was
listening
in
to
there
the story
every other day buying bullets and explosives.
I honestly thought
Just like,
he was
hell
gonna
yeah,
be
I'll
his
be your
next
campaign
husband.
coordinator.
You thought he was going to be his next husband?
I thought he was gonna be like, and then we fell in love. Like I was
Yeah.
expecting it to go
Right.
that way. Like,
It
and
seems-
another one. Like he's
right.
losing out. He's got to get some new ones.
That
Not
he
yet.
wasn't Joe Exotic style.
He's probably one of the few that was connected to Joe that wasn't doing drugs. I feel like he's the only one who
Sure.
doesn't do
You
drugs.
see it
Sure.
in his teeth.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was the one person in this whole thing, maybe other than the documentary and filmmaker guy, that just like isn't what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Jeff Lowe. Let's talk about Jeff Lowe. What
No,
does everyone-
no.
See, that's where I was gonna
No.
go, and you were like, "Well, let's bring it back even further." So we're talking about
No,
John and
because
Travis.
we haven't touched on what happened to Travis.
You're right.
Yeah.
So we're talking about John and Travis. John left
That
Joe
was-
Exotic for the girl,
Yeah.
and then how long after that?
It was. It didn't seem like it was long.
It didn't
was
seem
during
long
the
after.
campaign. The governor.
The gubernatorial campaign.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was honestly that was really sad. I was really kind of
That was so messed up.
Yeah,
they
I
had
wasn't
the
expecting that.
footage.
Yeah,
They showed the footage.
that was crazy.
As soon as he was like telling the story, and he said that he put the
Yeah.
gun to his head, I covered my face and I was like, "Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
I know where this is going."
Mhm.
Nope. Had no idea.
Well, because at first I was a little confused when they were talking about I'm smoking my last cigarette. I'm like, what does it mean to smoke his last cigarette?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
But I don't even know if it was that day when it happened. He was just like, it was just a day he came in complaining about Joe and put a gun to his head, and then you see that he was sitting under the camera, but
He was
the
just
camera's facing
messing.
me.
He was joking around. He held the gun at the guy, and campaign manager, what's
Yeah.
his name?
I don't remember.
I don't
He was
remember.
like, "Don't do that. You know I don't like that." And he was like, "Come on, this is whatever. Know that it doesn't have any ammo in it." And then
Do you think it was an accident?
I don't think it was an accident.
I
No,
think it was
definitely
an accident.
no.
Oh, do you
definitely
really?
intentional.
No.
Oh no, that was.
It
Oh no, that's not a question.
No.
He killed himself because it was at the right time.
Yeah, I think it was just part of his personality to always be whipping the gun around, and that's why, like, maybe he thought that no one would have thought twice, but I don't think it was an accident. My heart broke for him, though. He was young, and
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of were talking about how.
Whoa! You're blowing my mind right now.
Really?
You think that? Do you think that wasn't an accident?
No,
I don't think it was an
not
accident.
At all.
How about you, Chris?
Wow, I didn't.
He was definitely trying to get out. He was trying.
They were just talking about how unhappy he was.
I feel like
I know.
I feel like he was getting too much attention now from Joe because the other guy wasn't around.
Sure.
Yeah.
Travis was taking the brunt of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That blows my mind. Not because I disagree, but because of that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. My mind had just accepted. I was like, oh, it was clearly an accident. Like, and for you guys to bring it up that it wasn't, like my mind is blown right now. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then at the guy's funeral, now I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know.
Oh
Now.
my god.
Oh my god.
And the way Joe commemorates him.
Yeah.
Like
sitting there
That is
concentrating.
even. I find that's almost equally as sad.
Yeah.
Not quite, but the way that
I felt really bad for his mom at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was clearly very upset about it, and like, I mean, you can't get that moment, those moments. Like you can't have your son's funeral again,
right?
You know, to fix that moment. So it was just, I don't know, who gave him the mic.
He did, and then he sang a song too.
And then he sang a song.
God, that's right, he did.
You see those people on the
said
bench
some
clapping?
Really inappropriate things.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, talking about his golden nuggets, and you know,
yeah.
he used to wake up every morning. Travis would come over, sit his balls right on my face. Like, dude, this is a funeral.
Yeah.
I know he wanted to go a celebration of life, but like really, really,
his mom is right there weeping. You jackass.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I mean, I can't really remember the episode that well, but it kind of seemed like in her interview after the fact, like, yeah, she was upset. She was very upset at his presentation at the funeral, but she kind of made it seem like she was very against Joe altogether. But earlier in that episode, she was like dressed up as a zookeeper at, you know, hanging out and playing around with all of them like she was part of the staff. So I'm a little confused about her relationship and feelings towards Joe and her son's relationship with Joe. She kind of seemed a little different in the end there.
Yeah.
Sure. It was different. But, you know, maybe, like she said, I mean, she just wanted to be supportive of her son.
Yeah.
He was clearly disturbed. It's not like it was new.
Yeah.
His whole fucking life, he was probably a little awkward. Maybe there was some traumatic thing that made him crazy and why he went to Oklahoma in the first place from California. Yeah. And boom, you know, and then he winds up being brainwashed by Joe Exotic because he's the king of the misfits over here at this goddamn tiger zoo. And boom. Boom.
They all seem to get into tigers at a young age, between like 15 and 19 or 20-ish.
He was 19 when he got married.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I just say this? And I'm sorry. I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Travis was kind of cute.
Sure.
He was kind of cute. I was like, damn, I can see what Joe saw.
Sure.
Like, I think that was obviously Joe's thing.
Young guys.
Yeah, because I don't want to, like, spoil anything.
Oh, well, I've actually seen all of episode 5 now.
Okay.
So I have seen him, the results of the gubernatorial race, as well as his first date since Travis.
Okay.
And the 5 minutes they summed all that nonsense up in.
Right? They're like, we're just gonna get past that because there's more to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he met this other thing. Yeah, he met this other 18-year-old boy and decided to marry him. So okay.
So there's Dylan.
Yeah. And then invited Travis's mother.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Just to get the picture.
2 months.
2 months after he died. Oh my God.
That is awful.
Terrible. How are you gonna do that?
Joe Exotic style. Exotically.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like. Oh God.
He puts
no.
the ing in crangy. Nope, hold on.
The ing in spring. Wait.
What?
Just ignore me.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Put it in the tabs jar.
Wow. So, what do you guys got going on for tomorrow? Which is, by the
We're
way,
not done talking about
hold
this
on,
real quick.
hold on.
We did not talk about Jeff Lowe.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. That was a segue. I just got distracted by you.
Whoa! Before Jeff Lowe, we gotta back up.
Again?
No, I do just want to mention his bluntness in his political campaigns. He's like, I'm gay, I'm broke as shit.
Yes.
I got a judgment against me about some bitch in Florida.
Some bitch in
Wasn't he
Florida.
like, I'm just like you?
Yeah, I'm just like you. I'm broke as
I'm
shit.
just like you. All right, Jeff Lowe.
All right, so Jeff Lowe.
Yes.
Okay, when he showed up with them ripped pants and that
The bandana under the hat thing.
he looks like the kind of guy who hangs out at the bar with the young chick and whoa, he's married to this super young chick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what's that brand that was it called? Affliction? Is that what it's called?
Oh, I think so. The clothing
shirt?
brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's
Ed
like the
Hardy.
spokesperson for
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was rough. I'm
Yeah.
just like
That is
you're
Jeff Lowe.
23, right? No, you're 48. What the hell?
Let me get you some Dockers.
Yeah, right. No, that was rough.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
That was rough. You know those jeans had elastic waistbands.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was actually like, oh cool, someone's coming in to help Joe.
Sure.
This might turn
Right.
around
This
for
might be
Joe.
good.
Oh gosh, oh man. Now looking back, I'm just like, no, Jeff Lowe was a bad man, and I'm
Right.
seeing it in a different light now
Yep.
after seeing how the ending actually turns.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just and his connections
Mhm.
to who he brought in and who was responsible for what. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I say fuck Jeff Lowe more than fuck Carol Baskins.
Sure. I am
Baskin.
on that train.
Jeff
I
Lowe
thi-
was just more of a snake about it.
Yeah.
Super snaky, yeah.
Very, very snaky.
Yeah.
The Vegas bus idea though. Okay.
That was kind of cool.
That was kind of cool, right?
I don't remember it.
That was his whole thing. He went to Vegas. He wanted to start his own thing. He had this
Oh,
bus who
yeah,
was
that's
shuttling
right.
people from casino to casino, and he got the pet tigers on the
right.
way.
I was actually thinking about that. Like, did we see any billboards or advertisements for?
No, because he was
That
even
sort of
like,
thing?
that was a stupid idea.
Yeah, you did. He was like, well, that was a stupid idea.
I didn't like how he was transporting the animals. Obviously, I don't think anyone really
In
cared to see him
suitcases and
putting them in
shit?
suitcases,
Yeah.
But like that was the part. Like it's those images of the series that like kind of bring me back to like what the show is kind of really more so about is the animal abuse,
Sure.
and it
Mhm.
breaks
Yeah.
my heart. And it's just
Yeah.
like for as crazy and fucked up as the Joe Exotic part is, the animal part of it is like way heavier.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For every
I
time
feel like we should have like a segue to give somewhere, but
give to your local rainforest.
there we go.
Do me a favor, just plant a tree. You want to save the tigers, plant a tree.
Plant a tree.
Save the tigers, plant a tree.
Yep. Plant a tree.
I mean, it's not hurtful.
It's not.
I mean, like you want to say donate to a sanctuary, but like you
But-
don't know how many
Not a
other Carol Baskin are out there.
sanctuary.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if when it comes down to it, if this in that community, in the tiger community of the United States, if this series is helpful or hurtful
Mm-hmm.
to
Hmm.
their cause.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, because if her legislation goes through, all zoos would be out of business basically, and most of
Yeah.
them are owned by the state or the county in which they are.
And again, those would probably be exempt because insert clause to law.
You know, it's only okay if the government does it, like
100%.
gambling, the
Yep.
lottery,
Drug dealing.
Drug dealing.
drug dealing. Yeah, CIA, terrible.
Yeah.
You guys notice gum's gotten mintier lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about where I am now in Tiger King, up to where he lost the governor. He lost the race for governor. He's now married to some guy named Dylan. And
But wait, there's more.
there's more. You know, that's where I left off, basically. So that's where we'll pick up next time.
Yeah.
Talking about that.
When he ran for governor, at that very moment, I was like, where is he getting the money for this?
Sure.
I was like,
Mhm.
what? It was like, haven't had signs, had the condoms.
The condoms.
Yeah. The
and-
t-shirts.
and-
Condoms.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't even say that, like, in that moment when I first watched the series, I was like, how is he doing this?
Sure.
Mhm.
Sure.
Mhm.
How is he paying for this? Yep.
Right.
Well, like we were saying before,
Wait,
I really want to know how we didn't because, like we were saying before, Joe Exotic was running during the 2016 presidential election. How did we not know about this? Like, how did Joe Exotic slip under the radar for all of us?
Right.
Like, how are we now, 4 years later, learning about him? Like, I'm just.
because we're not from
How did you keep him-
Oklahoma.
I got 2 words for you. Emails.
Hillary Clinton's emails.
Naturally.
That's why we didn't hear about it.
Naturally, I should have.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to watch this.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Not that great. But thank you.
When in doubt, blame her emails.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think Joe would have had a chance if he was more well known and just wasn't a nutcase. If he was a little more level-headed. And
the
gosh-
case part really
Even just a
was
little
keeping
more.
him from the presidency.
I mean, look at what our options are now.
Yeah.
Look at what we currently have.
If there was any race he was gonna run in, though, it was that one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And seemed like a decent candidate
Mhm.
compared to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So Joe changed his
I
last
disagree.
name.
I think he was a very bad candidate.
Are you sure? I'm going to double down. I'm going to double down. I'm going to say the best president out of all time.
Given
All
your
time.
choices,
Yeah.
who would you have preferred?
Not
Can
Joe
I still
Exotic.
write
Not
it
Joe
in?
Exotic. Right though? Like no matter
D's
what.
Nuts was running too, right?
D's
was
Nuts?
D's Nuts when that remember when that
Sure.
made it on the ballot?
Sure. As far as the write-in.
And they had like 20% of the votes at
Yeah.
the primaries, too.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I would have voted for
that's the
Joe
reason.
Exotic and D's Nuts before I voted for our other options.
yeah.
But bum. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. Joe changed his last name to Maldonado, I believe.
That was Travis's last name.
Yes. Did he keep that Maldonado last name when he married Dylan? Do you know?
I think he hyphenated it.
Because his original last name was something crazy.
Schlaufenagel or something like that.
I'm not sure if it was that.
I think that was actually it. Yeah.
It was something
But that
very
does ring a
close.
bell.
I think
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like there was some image of a document that it actually showed his name, Schlaufnagel, Foley, Maldonado, like all three of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or Finley or whatever his
Yeah.
name.
Finley, I think. Foley. Finley.
Finagly.
Finagly.
Schnoffnuggly. Like, yeah, why didn't you just combine them all and make them one name? Schnoffenlinganado.
Wow.
Things
This
are
is
getting
the value
weird.
Tabatha adds.
She's the money, apparently. This is
She
what your
is
money
the
buys.
money.
I am the money, okay? I'm so money I don't even know it, but I do know it.
You
damn.
go, girl.
Where's that tabs jar again?
Yeah, right.
Where's that?
If you happen to
We
enjoy
could-
Tabitha, go to our page. There's a post you have to like. Like the post. We
gotta
gotta
like
get
it.
1,000 likes.
1,000 likes to get
1,000.
me a full-time spot on That's Our Taste.
Full-time permanent spot.
Did
We
I
can-
like it already?
I think
I
you
don't
shared
know.
it.
Yeah, I think you shared it. with the
We were at-
hashtag make Tabatha a permanent member.
Yeah.
I did.
That's funny.
So that's like 10 shares, or I mean 10 likes.
10
share.
likes. Yeah. That's 0.01%.
So now
And 10 likes equal
Now-
one prayer.
Keep this guys up,
That
man. We're
sounds
gonna beat this
accurate.
virus.
This is how we quantify it. This is how we analyze it.
Yep. Makes sense to me.
Oh man.
So, I feel like we've
Anywho.
talked about Tiger King a little bit. Talked about Gum being Mintier.
Adam,
Yeah.
how now we again have all watched the entire series.
Yes.
How are you feeling through this?
All right. Can I be 100% honest with you?
Please do.
Yeah.
All right, Chris
Maybe
and
just
Tabitha.
95%.
Chris and Tabitha, you guys don't listen. I'm just gonna talk to Lauren. Earmuffs. They put their hands over their headphones.
La,
I
la,
love
la,
it.
la, la, It's working.
It's working. No, okay. So I found myself into the 4th episode bored. Absolutely bored with it.
Really?
Absolutely. Joe is a fucking nutcase. I don't make stupid people famous is something that I really do believe in, and that's what this is happening. This is just the grown-up gay male version of Honey Boo Boo all over again. And then you get these the Doc Antle guy plays with his little cult. He's probably going to attract more women because of this. And then you got what's her ass, Carol Baskin, who people are going to flock to her and treat her like, second coming of Jesus and shit, because she's just letting these tigers die in a different
She is the
cage.
Mother Teresa of tigers.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
the
but
Mother Teresa of
I think-
tigers, right.
I think the series. You're right. There's gonna be the people.
I'm only on episode 5 though. I'm only on episode 5, so there's more ridiculous shit that I had to subject myself to finish this documentary series. That's how I
gotta
honestly
find out what
feel.
happens.
But Joe's in prison. I feel like I already know what happens. Joe's in prison because he tried to hire someone to kill Carol.
But
They say that in the episode 1.
but now you're gonna figure out a little bit more of the details of that.
Okay.
That's kind of what the ending here is about. Is okay.
I'm gonna finish it. I will finish it. I'll finish it.
You gotta finish.
Yeah.
You're this far.
I mean, you're right.
You gotta go the whole distance.
You're right. Learning this much about those people, I should probably just go finish
That's
it.
exactly why I won't rewatch it.
Sure.
Once is enough.
Yeah. One and done. That's what I always say.
Cindy wants to say hi.
No. You want to get her
Bring
up?
her
here?
up.
Any
All
pop?
right.
Come here, puppers. Come on. Come here, Cindy puppers.
Cindy pup, Cindy pup,
15 second delay.
Puppers.
Just
Turn around,
to
Cindy.
see her.
Cindy, turn around.
Promise.
Oh. Scheiße.
Aw.
Get the
You
furniture.
puppers. Everything okay over there?
Yeah.
Such a lover.
That's all good.
So this is Cindy.
That's Cindy.
Hey, Sandy Pup.
Hi.
Wow.
Tabatha, she can't hear you.
So she can hear her. She just can't
She
speak.
doesn't speak English.
Yeah, she doesn't speak English. She speaks gurs and urs and snuggles. She does speak snuggles. She's fluent in snuggle.
Fluent in snuggles.
Yes.
This is Cinny, aka Cinny Pup, aka Cinnyman, aka Cinny Bun,
AKA Cindy
I
the pup.
aka Cinny the Pup.
didn't hear you very well.
So this is Cinny, aka Cinny Bun, aka Cinny the Pup, aka
Cinnamon.
Mun,
The bun.
Cinnamon.
Cinny the Bun.
Cindy the bun. Yeah. When Tabitha gets mad at her, she's like, Cinnamon Morris.
Cinnamon Morris.
Yeah. Cinnamon. Arya's all like, her name's Cinnamon now?
Yeah, Cinny. That's what I was going to let a 3-year-old name a dog.
She wasn't even 3.
She was
Like
2.
2.
2.5, yeah.
Hmm.
It was after her 2nd birthday, right?
Yes, shortly after.
Yeah.
Shortly after.
Her 2nd? No, after her
Yeah.
3rd birthday.
No, her 2nd. It was her 2nd birthday. Because we were at her apartment.
Oh, you're right. Because Cindy's going to be 2 in a couple weeks.
Cindy's gonna be 2, you guys. Or
Yeah.
14.
Or 14 in dog years.
Wow.
Which means I'm going to be the
He should
dad of a
he should start
teenage girl.
filling out.
Oh, she's pretty chill, man. She's pretty mellow.
Since having the backyard, she's definitely
Yeah.
a new dog.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Mhm.
And we've been walking with her for the last couple weeks.
We cannot put on our shoes without this
shit.
dog being like, we're going for a walk, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yesterday, I think we went for an essential drive to Dairy Queen. And we took Cindy with us. We got her on her leash, brought her outside. She was all excited to go for a walk. She was super stoked. And then we're all getting in the car. She's like, but wait. Her ears get all droopy and her tail goes down. Come on, guys.
Oh.
Our dog hates.
She
for
hates
the
car
audience,
rides.
Our dog hates car rides.
Yeah.
Hates them.
She's not a fan. But she came. She came with, and she was pretty good the whole time. Sat by Arya. Her and Arya are pals in the car.
She seems to do fine
Nice.
when we're in the car, but she just like is so terrified. From the day we got her, she has been terrified of car rides.
Yeah, the day we got her, she didn't. She puked in the car on the way home.
Luckily,
Oh.
she's smaller.
But we thought it was just because she had just gotten shots right
Yeah.
before we got her.
Nope, it's a car sickness thing, I guess.
Yeah, car sickness. If you don't
Which
like
kind
it,
of stinks because then we can't really take her to the park because I'm not gonna walk all the way there.
I mean, we went to a park once, so
Walk.
I guess.
I mean,
that's
like a
okay.
dog park. We can't really take her to the dog park because we can't walk her there. She won't go.
No, she wouldn't want to go.
No.
I wouldn't want to take her to a dog park. Can you imagine her with a bunch of other dogs?
She's fine. She plays with my parents' dog.
I guess she does. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This conversation turned into a.
Yeah, we're married and we live together and we're in quarantine and this is just what happens. Sorry.
We have people to listen to us.
Oh yeah, we're doing a live feed.
I
How you
forgot.
guys doing?
You guys are so quiet. I thought I was just looking at a picture of Chris and Lauren while we're just
Right.
chatting back and forth.
Well, that's our
Jesus
take. You got
Christ.
anything to say?
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Hey, how you guys doing? Nice to meet you.
Anyways, so if you look online, you can find downloadable, printable Dunder Mifflin papers to draw and color on.
Oh, cool.
Tab did that, so she'll make that pretty. We'll show that the next time when
Oh,
it's
nice.
done, it's completed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw several cool Facebook posts today about downloadable worksheets for children to work on at home, like traceable. I think Amanda Hour actually shared it, and traceable letters, numbers, shit like that to print for children.
Oh, what's
Nice.
great is at her age, like playing and doing crafts and interacting and like that's her best learning
Mm-hmm.
right now at her age. That's what she would be doing in school. Like really what she's missing out on is the socialization
Yeah.
part of it. But
Yeah.
She does.
You know-
we've been doing like video chats with family members, and actually, she's been video
Cool.
chatting with a kid
Yeah.
from school, so that
Yeah.
she's still keeping a little bit of contact and
that's awesome.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Trying to do
Whereas
it.
there's like juniors in high school that are like freaking out because
Yeah.
and then seniors lose half their year.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough, man. Senior year is such a moment, you know. The whole year is such a memory.
It's prom season right now.
Oh
like,
no, is it really?
I think so. Like the springtime.
Yeah, it is. And no, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it
Damn.
is now.
You're right.
Like that's. I mean, it's prom, but it's prom.
I mean, I didn't go to prom, but
Oh, I went to prom.
You didn't go to prom, Lauren?
I went
Nope.
to junior prom. I didn't go to senior prom.
I went
never
to
went to prom.
one of them. I think I was on the prom committee.
They put you on a.
Could see
committee?
that.
I was on something, homecoming or prom. I don't flippin' remember. I wore a hat. That's really all I remember about the whole goddamn thing is I wore a hat and I had a chain hanging from my shit because I was that douchebag.
Did you guys have like a theme for your
Oh
show?
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I don't
there
fucking
was always a
remember.
theme.
I think ours was
Probably
like a
007.
Hawaiian.
What something was
007?
007 themed.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
remember
everything
what.
that year was 007.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think ours was like a Hawaiian theme. I remember there being Hawaiian food.
Hawaiian food. What is that? Like, did they actually have a pig roast? That's pretty
I just
Hawaiian.
remember like mango and pineapple.
I see.
So they brought a fruit basket.
Somebody stopped at Walmart on the way over, and
We were eating like Hawaiian kings, you know, pineapple, mango.
No, there was like something else that like made me think it was Hawaiian, but I can't remember
Sure.
what it was. It
Sure.
was like mango chicken or something. I don't know.
My brother wanted me to make sure I mentioned that there was a tiger, I think he said in New York, that got the COVID-19 infection.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was mentioning that the Tiger King was COVID-19 positive.
5
say it that
tigers
way?
in the Bronx Zoo tested positive for COVID.
So
I thought it was-
hold the phone. Hold the phone. Why the fuck are we testing tigers when there's still people that are being tested?
No shit.
Fantastic.
Can
Yep.
I just,
Ask
Great
can I just
point.
put that there? Okay.
Great point.
Wait, hold on. Is
Why
like
did they think
well, hold
to
on, but
test
those
a
are different
tiger?
doctors. Like, so vets are somehow had a testing. Like, I don't
But
think that they're just like willy nilly. There must have been a vet that was like, "Hey, this tiger's sick." Like maybe he had connections. I don't know.
I just
I don't
It's a
know
good
nothing-
thing to
I don't
find
know nothing
out,
about
though,
it.
right? Isn't that a
Sure.
good thing to find out? Like, okay, at least we know that it's and
Yeah.
is that a word?
Right.
Feels
Yep.
like a word, but okay.
Transmissible,
transferable,
yeah. No,
Hmm.
transmissible is a word.
non-transferable.
Cross-species contamination, maybe.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
claimed. They said no, your pets
Shout out
can't.
to the Manitowoc Minute. That guy's a real nice
Love that
guy there.
Oh, he's a hoot, isn't he?
He is. He makes
Yeah.
a real good old fashioned.
Oh,
Right
I bet
down
they're.
to you muddle the fruit, not the rind. Shoot.
Yes, yes. My brother made sure to mention it. That is important because if animals can get it, then we eat animals, and therefore we might get it.
We don't eat tigers.
We don't eat
Christmas.
tigers. I've never eaten a tiger before.
How does a tiger in a confined
I can get you
cage
guys
of a
exotic meat.
zoo-
Because it's airborne. One of the employees might have had it and like went to work and like sneezed on a bucket of Walmart meat. Because apparently that's how to feed a tiger.
Oh my god.
God.
We
How did
forgot
not
about
talk
Joe's
about
Pizza.
that?
Joe's Pizza!
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Did that
That
make
was
you
messed up,
question the
too.
food of every zoo you've eaten at?
Like
for a
Tabitha
minute?
looked over at me 10 seconds before I was about to have my mind fucking shattered. And then all of a sudden she looks at my jaw just drop. What?
Mhm.
He makes
Mhm.
it. He makes his pizza off of the Walmart truck? No.
And they're all sitting there
No.
eating it.
And they're just
Yeah.
eating it. They're
He's
eating
like,
the
I
pizza.
make my pizza homemade with fresh ingredients.
God damn, man.
Like they were fresh ones.
Like it'd be less fucked up if it was just flat out tiger meat.
Right.
Right? That would be a little bit more logical, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Crazy stuff, man.
Mm.
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little interested to see where it goes. You guys saying that there's more shit to. I don't know. It's crazy, but at the same time, it's just like, goddamn, America has this habit of making stupid people famous.
Yeah.
I think it's more or less not necessarily making super people famous, just exposing the different types of people that we have to deal with.
We have to deal with.
Nah, I'm not gonna say deal with, but I already did.
Wait, scratch that. Reverse it. Play back.
That we have to.
There's a delay, right?
Way back.
That we have to interact with, or that we all have to take an account for.
Sure.
You know, there's more than one type of person, and Netflix is going to show that to you.
So is this sponsored by? Do we know if this documentary is like a PETA thing or if it's did Carol Baskin sponsor this fucking thing? You know?
No,
No
she
way.
definitely did not.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it would not paint Carol in this light if that were the case.
You're absolutely
No.
right. You're absolutely right. It would not.
Yeah.
And I haven't even probably gotten to some shit yet.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to guess that the documentarian went to Netflix and was like, hey, I got some gold, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got a new follow. Cool.
And you know what's even like, as you, whole series, like the amount of things that they tell the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when they're having these sit down, these one-on-one, like you can tell that they're interviewing, and you're like, wow, these people are really sharing a lot, and it's like mind-blowing as to how much information it seems that they're willing to give in order to like get this exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, and also people kind of become a different kind of person when a camera's on them.
Sure.
I mean,
yeah,
some people clam up and get nervous and shut down and can't say anything, and some people take the spotlight. I'm a little bit of both, to be honest.
You handle this actually a little bit better than I imagined. I thought you'd be a little bit more shy and clammy.
Oh, no. Did
But-
you see me at our wedding when I had the mic in my hand?
I don't remember anything about that day.
You don't give me a mic and expect me not to do something with it.
That's very true.
She's like, oh, I'm so nervous. Hey, how's everyone doing? Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
hey, all you cool
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me Arya has little cat ears. Grab and put on.
100% she does. Little black ones for a
No.
cat noir costume. Ooh, another follower.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Lauren, your mom is now
Your
a
mom
follower
is
of That's Our Take.
Thanks, Lauren.
So
Thank you,
thanks,
Lauren's
Linda. Oh, that was just your mom again. Some people clam up in the spotlight. Some people become the money, says my brother. And
I am the money.
Tabitha has become the
Why
money.
can't I see it? Like, who's watching us?
Oh, I'm just watching the
Oh,
Are
live.
and-
people watching us?
Yeah, there's a few.
I don't.
Oh.
Oh, hi, Linda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Hi,
like
guys.
Should we say hi to
four
all
of
the
them
people?
are us.
That's very true. Yeah,
Four
four
of
of them
them
are
are
probably
us.
us.
Yeah,
So
four.
you're,
But
so
that's
you're
okay.
saying we're getting famous.
Kyle
Dude.
and Monica.
So
I'm
you're
just
that
saying.
we're catching
Kyle,
up.
Monica, and now
Our
Linda.
siblings and our moms are watching.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had
That's
like
funny.
30% of the viewership yesterday. That was my sister, my mom, my dad. Thanks, guys.
That's how you start it, man. That's how you start it, you know.
That's right.
But that's
We'll
just
see.
my family.
Yep.
You guys want to come see my band this
You
weekend?
guys want to come see my band?
My
$5 at the
band.
door.
$5.
$5.
Dollar make a holla.
$5.
I don't know what
I don't remember.
No.
I don't know. We're just talking to hear ourselves now.
No, that's kind of it.
Just the aspect of our family supporting us.
Yep. It's important.
You guys having fun with all your podcast buddies?
Podcast pals.
Podcast pals.
I made you brownie for you and all your friends. Mom, I can't see them. Only through the video. They can't eat them.
Oh, then I'll just take them away.
Yeah.
No, Mom, leave them here.
Gosh.
I'll eat them for us.
How are you doing that? Can they see you?
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Is this
no.
thing on?
Yeah,
Can
right.
you see that? Can they see you?
Is that on the telephone? Hang up. I need to make a phone call.
This is wasting us minutes.
Is it after 7?
I think that was after 9.
Wow.
Well, if you had a certain phone plan, it was after 7.
Linda
I
said.
remember I switched to that phone plan for that reason.
Linda said this is the first podcast she's ever seen. So, Linda, thank you for choosing this one to be your first. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And
Gosh, have you guys watched Tiger King? I could see them have watched
Yeah, Linda, if you
Tiger
guys haven't, watch Tiger King on Netflix. Linda's glad it's us four. She said, I'm glad it's you four. So thanks. But if you haven't watched Tiger King, give it a try. Give it the first 40 minutes of the first episode. And then, if you decide, shit, I'm tired of America making stupid people famous, just turn it off and go watch The Office again.
Yeah.
Or give it a try and see what happens. I don't know. You're right though. It's like a train wreck that you can't. The whole thing, okay? It's like a train wreck, but because now that the trains are slowing down, they send more trains on the track. That's what this is like.
Send more trains.
Send more trains. We need more trains. That's what this is. That's what this is. That's
Did you guys see that they are going to be releasing another episode?
I saw. Well,
No, I didn't see that.
The details. I just saw the headline that there was talk about another episode.
Okay. So
there's more.
I think there's 7, right? That's what we saw.
Yes,
There's 7 on Netflix, and there potentially is going to be an 8th, maybe more. I don't know, but
I wonder if it's going to be about him getting the Rona.
Got the Rona?
Yeah,
he does have the Rona. Yeah, he's in prison and has the Rona. Prison Rona.
Corona.
Perona.
Rona.
I think it's the name of a fancy beer.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, it's Perona.
Oh yeah.
So
You're in a show hole at this time, so maybe is what you said. The X-Files is good. Lauren, I meant to ask you, what are you guys watching the X-Files on? Like, what are you streaming it from?
Hulu.
Hulu. Okay. Because that might be a thing where that's going to be what we have on in the background.
I really want to start watching the X-Files again.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Then we could talk about it.
Yeah, we could talk about it
on the podcast. That's our take, which you're watching right now.
Freeze frame.
Freeze frame. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
It's funny because you guys are only you may have forgotten about his pants, but I still see them.
Yeah. I look wonderful, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm just going to say
shouldn't.
I'm not going to apologize for it.
I'm not going to apologize for it.
A little bit of a Joe Exotic sort of theme here.
I'm really not, and that's the second time you've compared me to being as cringy as Joe Exotic, and now dressing like Joe Exotic.
Well, you're all business in the front and party in the back.
But it's top and bottom right now.
Well, folks, thanks for watching this episode of That's Our Take. It's been really fun having Chris and Lauren and Tabatha all come together during this time where we can't see each other and play poker and hug and play Switch and stuff like that. So that is sad.
That's all we do.
Yeah, well,
Switch and hug.